You ever get that feeling that the AI chatbot you use at home is, well, a genius, but the one at work can barely remember what you asked it 5 minutes ago? Yeah, today we're going to solve that little mystery.
Right? It's like, at home, your personal AI feels like this mind-reading collaborator. But then you get to work, and the bot there has the memory of a goldfish. It's a classic case of digital whiplash.
And that's exactly the feeling, isn't it? Your personal bot, it really becomes a partner. It gets to know your projects, it remembers your conversations, it even adapts to your style. But the work bot? Oh man, it feels like you're starting over with a complete stranger every single time.
So, what's really going on here? I mean, is your company just using some cheaper, dumber model? Well, the answer is actually much simpler than that, and it all boils down to just one single concept. Okay, first things first, let's bust a common myth. This isn't a battle of intelligence. It's not that your personal AI is just smarter than your work bot. A lot of the time, they're running on very similar, if not identical, technology.
And that frustrating forgetfulness you see at work, that's not a mistake. It's not a bug in the system. Believe it or not, it's actually working exactly as it was designed to.
The entire difference in your experience, from that helpful collaborator to the frustrating amnesiac, it all comes down to just one crucial word.
Memory. That's it. That's the whole secret. Your personal chatbot feels so much more intelligent simply because it is allowed to remember you. Your work chatbot, most of the time, it isn't. And that one difference changes absolutely everything.
So if memory is the key, what does that actually mean? I mean, not all memory is created equal, right? So let's pop the hood and take a look at the 5 main types of memory that define how these bots really operate.
Okay, first up is training memory. Just think of this as the bot's core education. It's textbook knowledge. It's all the info from the internet and books that it was trained on. Every bot has this, but here's the catch. It's static. It's frozen in time, so it doesn't know anything that happened after its training was finished.
Next, we've got ephemeral memory. This is basically the bot's short-term attention span. It's what lets it remember what you said 5 minutes ago, but only within the same conversation. The second you close that chat window, poof, it's all gone.
Now we get to user memory. And listen, this one is the real game changer. This is the bot's long-term memory, about you. It remembers your preferences, your past projects, your style, across weeks, even months. This is the secret sauce that makes a personal bot feel truly personal.
Then there's what we can call document memory. This is super context-specific. It's the bot's ability to, read and remember what's inside a particular file or a project you're working on. It's what makes it so incredibly useful inside collaboration tools.
And finally, there's other sources. This is the bot's live connection to the outside world. It's how it can access the real-time internet for up-to-the-minute info, or, in a work situation, how it can plug into a company's own private database.
Okay, so let's put this all together. As you can see, both your bots have the basics, that training memory and that in-the-moment ephemeral memory. But look at the differences. User memory, the one that makes it feel personal, is almost always on for your home bot, but it's very often turned off at work. And access to other sources like the internet, wide open for you, but locked down tight for your work bot. And right there, that's the root of that split personality.
Which, of course, brings us to the big question, why? I mean, if user memory is the thing that makes a bot so helpful, why on earth would a company deliberately switch it off? Well, the answer is that this forgetfulness, it's a feature, not a bug.
This line from our source material says it all, really. That flaw, that amnesia your work bot seems to have, it's actually a very deliberate, very important design choice made by the folks who build software for businesses.
And here's the reason why. In a corporate setting, the priorities are just fundamentally different. It's all about data security, protecting sensitive information, making sure user privacy is respected, complying with all sorts of regulations, and just generally maintaining control over how information is used. A bot that remembers every little detail of every conversation could become a massive security and compliance nightmare.
So, it all comes down to this really powerful trade-off. The very same memory that makes a bot an amazing collaborator also introduces a ton of risk in a business environment. So, to minimize that risk, companies build what are called stateless bots, tools that are intentionally designed to start fresh, with zero memory of past interactions, every single time you use them.
And that's really the key takeaway here. Once you understand this whole memory model, the different experiences make perfect sense. You can stop being so frustrated with your work bot and instead just adjust your expectations. You know now that it's a tool designed for safety and consistency, not for personalization.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it?
When it comes to the tools we use at work, we're faced with this fundamental choice. Do we prioritize the security of our data, or do we prioritize the power of a personalized collaborator? As these tools keep evolving, figuring out how to get the best of both worlds, well, that's going to be one of the next great challenges to solve.